Merry belated Christmas, everybody. Hopefully you guys had a good one. Hopefully Santa and his beard was so good for you coming down the chimney and all of that happy stuff. And happy second day of Hanukkah. I tried to convince the family that we were going to do Hanukkah instead of Christmas this year. It was unanimously decided that we were sticking with Christmas. Mainly, I think, because the kids were a little sad that they didn't have Hanukkah Little Debbie snack cakes. They only have Christmas tree ones. But either way, I was like, family, 8 days, party up, sun down, just party, party, party. Presents for 8 days. They're like, nah, we're gonna do the Christmas thing. Joining me, I should probably introduce. You guys know by now, but it's Yuban Whakinov and Brandon J McDermott. I put some French twist on it. And what's up, dudes? Did you guys have a good Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing. Santa came down more than just the chimney. He came down the old Mrs. Chin and gave her a great present. Don't know what it is yet. Still have to go shopping.
Fair enough. And spoiler alert, at the time of the recording, it is not Christmas yet. We record on Sundays before football, get the boys hyped up, and Christmas is today. And you're not watching this. Or no, it was yesterday. Maybe you are back to work. You guys got to work the day after Christmas this year?
I have to work. So here's my schedule. I have to work Monday.
Mm-hmm.
My wife has a doctor's appointment, 8 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant. So it's at 9:00 during my show. So I have to take the day off. So I don't have to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday are both work holidays. Friday, I'm doing a best of show. Ooh. Monday and Tuesday, I'm doing a best of show. Wednesday, I'm taking off. And then I come back Thursday. So I basically get 9 days off after I have to work Monday. I'm pretty excited.
That's sick. That's pretty awesome. I have to imagine in your line of work, Yuban, it's fairly, and this is me not knowing, like it'd be pretty fairly busy if you were in a pretty big area. People coming in, visiting, probably, staying and stuff.
Yeah. Not a lot of people in my area. Not a lot of people dying to go into rural Missouri for the holidays. So
fair.
It's pretty slow. So I usually take my vacation so I can enjoy the kids' Christmas break with them, which I usually regret, usually about 2 days in.
I was going to say, the way you said enjoy was pretty telling.
Yeah, it's they like to fight with each other a lot. So, and Dad has a very, very short fuse. So,
well, they say families kids that fight with their siblings actually really do love them and they grow to be successful. It's the ones that don't fight that apparently end up non-successful. Did I make that up? Potentially, but I'm pretty sure I read it on the internet once, so it must be true. So your kids are going to be super successsul.
I hope so, especially the youngest. He's a piece of shit. So he's going to...
I thought you were going to say piece of work, but you...
No,
he is the 4-year-old F-bomber that social media did love and wants to see the footage.
The kid has gone viral quite some time. Like he was the one where I see... We'll be on YouTube and I hear my voice and I hear him as a baby and I'm like, what is this? And it's an ad with myself and him in this random ad on YouTube. And I'm like, what is going on? But
here's what you need to do. You need to get a hold of a company that has Hog in their name just in case something does potentially go viral and they will get everybody shut down that uses your voices because apparently that has happened to maybe this show. And we legally use some footage, but...
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to hit up somebody because it happens quite often. And I think it's just because they know I watch it a lot because I pause it and I look at it and I'm like, you son of a gun. And I'm like, dang, I looked good a few years ago too. So I have not aged well. Not well. But no, it's, I forgot what the original thing was again. There it is. ADHD.
I mean, at least if it was if a lot of these videos end up being on TikTok, at least that's probably going to go away in a couple of weeks. So you won't have to worry about it being shown there.
But on my birthday, by the way, which is terrible. They're like, hey, happy birthday. TikTok's going away, which I don't think it's going to go away on that exact day. But
no, it seems like it's gonna be eliminated. That's why you head over to Lemonade. Which is funny that TikTok has already automatically linked their Lemonade stuff into people's profiles. I don't know if you've noticed that on there, and it's funny because then that's just going to get shut down as well. They're just delaying the inevitable.
Which I think
don't worry, run a VPN. It's going to save everything. It's really not going to.
It's not. Yeah, it's well, and Lemonade and ByteDance and everything is tied in together. So even the what is that? CapCut.
Mm-hmm.
They also own that. So I think all of that is in the article for that movement of all of it together.
Weird
So
that a company that is China wants to be super ahead of the game on things, so they decide to have the government invest in lots of money and do things for right instead of our government that just takes lots of money, hides things, and sends it to other countries. It's weird how that works, and that we wonder why we're so far behind. Let me
and
ask you
Heather,
this: you guys aren't exactly East Coasters by any means, but have you guys had a lot of the weird drone stuff happening out your ways? I know you're small town, this and that.
yes,
You have
actually,
had some?
yeah. So I'm surprised you haven't. Whenever we saw like it was all like predominantly New Jersey, we'd go outside and I'm like, is that a plane? Is that a drone? Am I really high? Or is it Superman? I don't know. We'll never know. But it was a drone, and
Like
I
an
took a
actual potential drone or something that you probably isn't supposed to be up there, you think? You know what I mean? Because
yes,
there are
yes.
people that, I mean, you can get on, speaking to TikTok, you can get on a TikTok shop, and I was almost guilty of this. You can buy drones for like 100 and something bucks, and they're the same ones that people are selling around here for like 500 or 600. They're pretty decent ones. I know in our area, well, not specifically my area, but East Coast, obviously New Jersey, they have shut down all drone use.
So these are massive though. Like these aren't
Yeah.
like little tiny. These are big, and so I tried taking a picture of.
My
Dang it!
wiener.
No, I got plenty of those. That's why I can't find the actual photo of what I'm looking
Mm.
for because I have to cipher through all the wonderful, glamorous dick pics I have in here. The majority of them aren't even mine. Is what's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Richard.
yeah, I just like to go into the urinal, act like I'm on a phone
Mm-hmm.
call, and then it's packed. And what I'm really doing is secretly taking a picture of people's dicks at the urinal. That's what I do.
Did,
That's
did
my
you see
thing.
there's some company out there or a restaurant or something to help with cleaning costs? They put a sticker or an imprint of a fly on a urinal so it gets guys peeing up more because if you're pissing right down it, then the crystallization and stuff forms over there. It's a little bit harder to clean and the pee traps and stuff, no pun intended. So they put a fly so the guys will pee on it and then it trickles down a little bit better. And apparently it saves on cleaning and stuff. And I'm thinking, there's a 100% chance I'm pissing on that fly. I'm gonna try
Absolutely.
to power piss it off.
Yep.
So this brings up an interesting point, an interesting conversation. How do you think that we as men, I mean, I know like we started out like pissing standing up, but like how it's become like this accepted thing that we have these bathrooms where we piss into these urinals and they spray everywhere. Because I was talking to my dad about 10 years ago, and when he was in prison, he told me everybody pissed sitting down because you didn't want to have to deal with the piss splatter and, deal with your roommates' piss on the floor and stuff like that. So it's a respect thing. But I find that interesting that we accept like the fact that like there's going to be piss splatter and somebody has to come clean this up today, kind of thing.
There's
It is. I don't know
I'm
what it
not
is.
advocating for sitting down while peeing. I want that to be known.
fair.
No, and I don't. I've heard some people talk about the benefits of it, and just the cleanliness aspect is a huge perk, and I can see how it would be beneficial. But I'm so lazy that no, I'm not going to do that. So what I do again, I just pee outside. I live out in the middle of nowhere. Can't clean that up. Don't have to worry about cleaning that up.
Mm-hmm. And it's so much more
Cool.
convenient for us. Like if they
Oh, I love
if the
it.
powers to be whoever created us in this life or simulation that we're living and wanted us to sit down, they probably make our parts a little bit different, or we would have just been trained to sit. It's so much convenient, except for when it's winter time and super cold and you have extra layers. Try to get the boy out there. But at the same point, I don't know if you guys are like me. I'm an undershirt guy. Always got to have an undershirt under mine. Then I got to tuck it in. You know what I mean? So if I was to sit down to pee, you know what I mean? Then I got to get back up, tuck in the shirt, put the belt buckle. You know what I mean? It would take way longer just to get a pee. And I drink a ridiculous amount of water and coffee, so I'm pissing almost every 30 minutes for like a 3 hour window. That's a lot of time wasted. I'm actually being a better employee, I feel, by standing to piss.
I like the way that you spun that. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you're still pissing so much. I never piss this much, but Jesus Christ.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of pee.
Mm-hmm.
But I never thought about the inconvenience of I too always wearing a undershirt, because you're usually wearing a button-up shirt and everything. But yeah, having to retuck everything in. No, when I can just simply bada bing, bada boom, whip it out. The
I've been a
biggest.
white. I've been a beater guy for 20
Me
years.
too.
Like I mean, like since high school, I've always had. I think back then it was t-shirts I wore, and then like when I graduated, I went to A shirts, which is what the beaters are called.
Oh, is that
And
the real term?
yeah,
Was it inspired from the A team?
I don't know.
Or maybe is it just because looks like the letter A? Probably somebody was like, "Hey," or it's Canadian. I like that shirt, eh? Oh yeah, that's my A shirt. Don't you know? Please tell me it was invented in Canada.
An A shirt is a sleeveless undershirt, also known as a tank top. I've always assumed this word was just an extension of the idea behind t-shirt. If it's shaped like a T, then it's a t-shirt. A shirt's kind of shaped like an A, but apparently not. All the sources I consulted with have A shirt as an abbreviation of athletic shirt.
Hmm.
Reddit.
Interesting. Gotcha. And according to that, the wife beater was originally, obviously, the A shirt was invented in 1935 by Coopers Incorporated, which was a sock company. Hmm.
Now, do you guys always have the unfortunate, um, I don't know, you go to the bathroom and you don't look at the tip of the dick whenever you go pee, and say you're wearing a new pair of underwear or you've used a new towel, and there's some lint directly on the pee hole, and next thing you know, you're peeing, you're doing the VP. Some of it may be going in the toilet, and next thing you know, you're like, what the hell is hitting the shower curtain? Oh my God. I am.
I
That's
watched
me.
an old episode of Conan O'Brien, must have been about almost 25 years ago. And he had a guest on, and the guest on the show, I don't know why I remember this, was the cop from Dumb and Dumber, the guy who drinks the bottle of what he thinks
Oh,
is
the
beer.
comedian Harlan Williams?
Yep, that's the guy. And he was talking about when he goes to the bathroom and a piece of pubic hair gets stuck on the tip. And he called it a Harry Potter split because it was like a wand. And I've never forgotten that moment because every time it happens, I think, oh, I'm Harry Potter now.
But do you giggle immediately? Or are you like worried when you have
I
the
don't
piece
even
split?
stop. I just try to get both of them in the toilet.
That's what I do. But if I'm like significantly missing, I'm like, okay, it's so hard to
No,
stop the
just
hose.
use your hand and then hit the hand with the other part.
Oh, so
Jesus
then you got piss
Christ.
hands.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm
Then
kidding.
I don't know. It just, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to like squeeze everything I can in my body to like turn this off, and especially if it's the first morning piss, it's almost damn near impossible.
I
And
want you
so
boys to know that I am way too old to be trying to stop peeing. You turn it on, you let it go. You don't try to stop it in the middle anymore. You know
it
what I
just,
mean?
it's always like turning it sideways. You're just like grabbing it and you're like trying to like aim it and everything. You're like, why isn't, like, what is going on? It just, I don't know. That's every time there's a piece of lint on there, that just ruins my fucking.
Well, maybe you should start washing your Shinesty underwear a little bit more. Use code Beard15. I was always told, and maybe it was you guys, but they used to say that it was healthy to stop peeing, like to stop your pee, that it would be stronger for prostates and all this stuff. Like I remember taking health classes and shit like that, and they're like, "Oh, when you're peeing, yeah, you should stop it and this and that." I'm pretty sure that isn't the case. Like I haven't Googled it because I don't really want to, and then start getting all these weird ads of like men health stuff and think that I'm older than I am. I can't imagine it's healthy to just intentionally continually stop your pee like psst,
Have
psst.
you have you guys ever seen Osmosis Jones?
Oh, yeah.
Osmosis.
Osmosis
Cartoon.
Jones, good movie. Yeah, yeah. So there's like basically all these germs are in his body, and it's like a city. It's like a huge thing. Everybody, each part of his body represents a different part of the city or whatever. You get it.
Chris Rock.
Every time I try to stop peeing, I feel like somebody has hit like the self destruct button inside me. Like, like I'm like holding on to like I'm tightening muscles that shouldn't be tightened at the same time. Like
Yeah.
like I'm like hold this rope and hold this rope, and if I use my foot, I can pull. Like, don't do it.
See, and I kind of enjoy the feeling too, so I don't need to get erect whenever I'm trying to take a piss. Was waiting for him to take a drink too.
That was brilliant timing.
Well, and so apparently some people, they wipe after they pee. They're like dabbing the tip, and like, yeah, so it limits how much pee is like dripping in the underwear type of thing. Like it's you dab. I'm like, I don't do that, but I can understand it, but I don't do it.
Logically, I guess. I mean, I don't do it either. I mean, if it was meant, if your dick was meant to be wiped after you took a piss, wouldn't they have toilet paper or some kind of wipes by urinals? Or has nobody really thought of that? And maybe we should make millions of dollars by having the urinal toilet paper holder, but make little squares of toilet paper.
Well, I think the urinal is easier to shake it into rather than, I don't know, because if you're trying to shake it from standing up in a regular toilet, where's it going? Probably hit the
Isn't that why
side of the
Taylor Swift came
wall.
up with Shake It Off? She was watching her first ex-boyfriend take a leak and was like, "Shake it off before you get back in bed." So he was like, "Shake it off." Maybe that's what I thought I heard on the internet.
Maybe.
It's probably not true.
You really committed to that, didn't you?
What about all these weirdos that drink their piss?
What?
Like you guys watch Your
Segue,
Mom's
are we-
House or Tom Segura and those guys, and there's the double soul shaman. Have you seen that guy on social media?
Maybe.
Let me see if I can pull him up here.
I've seen the
this
show
guy.
a couple of times.
What's that?
I've seen the show a couple of times, but
It's double soul shaman.
So-
See if I can bring this up on TikTok.
How much money to drink a shot of your own piss?
your own?
Yeah. I'm not drinking somebody else's piss. That's going to have to take a lot of
Yeah, I
money
was gonna say I don't want to drink piss, but if I have to, I think it's got to be at least my own.
So here's the deal: is that when
$1 million.
it comes
Yeah, we're not close probably. When I would be far less, I imagine.
to, I don't think I'd hold off for $1 million, bro. If it's your own. What I was going to say was they tell you that urine is sterile,
Mhm.
which is true. The liquid is sterile. The problem is that you're pissing it out of a tube that has a bunch of germs on it. It isn't sterile.
Mhm.
So all that piss is passing by the most like germ-infested tip opening that you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
And
feel
it's
like-
waste, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's completely like all the shit in
I
your
feel
body
like-
is like, nah.
If you can pay off your house, I'm perfectly fine with people passing by and be like, hey, that guy paid for his house taking a shot of his own piss. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I will put that as my driveway. Piss drinking lane. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. So I'm
There
thinking
was a radio promotion. Again, 25 years. It was 1999 actually. So coincidentally, Nebraska was playing Texas A&M in the Big 12 championship game back then, and they did a thing in Omaha for Nebraska fans. If you want to attend the game, we will give you 2 tickets to the game with 2 plane tickets there, and then also a 2-night stay at the hotel, whatever it was. It was a huge package. That's what she said.
Giggity.
My uncle won. And what they basically did was they said, you have to think of what is the craziest thing you're willing to do for these tickets. And then they would judge and say, okay, that's the craziest thing. Do you want to guess what he did? It's not, I don't, it's worse than drinking your own piss, but you might not agree, I think.
smoked a J with his own pubes.
No, that's disgusting. Not
Oh,
under
wow.
pressure.
Excuse me.
You probably won't guess, Matt, but
Does that have to do with poop?
no.
Okay.
He licked another man's sweaty underarm from bottom to top.
Like the armpit?
The armpit, like bare ass, like to the armpit.
I would rather smoke the pubes, I think. Honestly.
Me thinking about that, tried to chug my own urine.
Man, so I got questions. I mean, were they working out nasty? Were they bigger, naturally smelling, or maybe they just put on some Copper John's deodorant and it pretty much just tastes like baking soda?
From what I remember, you had to submit like what you were willing to do to the radio station, and then they had this big like, all right, we're doing a live thing, and we're going to do it live at Wendy's on Tuesday at 5 or whatever. And everybody came down and they broadcast it before Facebook, of course.
I don't know if I can listen to this.
They got a hold of somebody and they made sure he didn't wear deodorant. And he was like, it was like a day or two where, from what I heard, like it was gross. It was gross.
Imagine somebody just going to Walmart randomly and just being like, all right, people of Walmart.
Yeah. Luckily, Nebraska won the game.
Man,
and that was the last year Nebraska did well. Maybe that's what
Jesus.
caused us to be cursed.
That is reason for a curse, I feel.
Anyway, I didn't mean to take the conversation off of drinking your own pee, because I'd probably do it for like $50K.
Damn, you're cheaper than me. I would have to at least pay off my house and maybe my vehicles. I want to be like debt free.
It's a shot, bro. It's a shot of your own piss.
I
It's just
understand, but if it's going to be your own, you can also drink as much water as you want. Like, how much prep time do you get?
Yeah.
This is, I think, the guy. I think that was all about it. I'm not exactly sure the video.
Benefit of the tiny bit of
maybe he's going to do both.
In with my urine. Wow, that's very, very potent. I love this.
The thing is, with
Thankfully, I guess it doesn't show the footage, but that's the guy, the bald, and I don't know if it's actually this guy, but he does a lot of stuff all about the bros.
Nice beard.
Yeah, he does a lot of things where
name?
him and the boys are nude. They're hugging,
Canadian.
they're touching things, they're drinking
no.
things.
Hold on. You don't act like we didn't just see something there. Now we're seeing, okay.
Yeah,
there's
okay.
There's a lot. You guys can go to that one. It's not Will Blunderfield. So I'm assuming the guy's actual name is Will. And that's not. He's sharing things, but either way.
I'm pretty sure I seen him in a thong. I think there was that one. Brandon, did you see a little preview of that as well? Or was I?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a video.
Assless caps or something.
It's a jock strap.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay. It almost looked
And
like
it's a video of it. He's smiling in a mirror, and it gives the whole history of when it was created, when it was there, and the energy benefits apparently from it.
The weirdest thing about it, though, it looked like it was already liked. That was.
It wasn't.
It showed that it was favorited.
Here, I'll send it to you so you can do whatever you please later. It's in the group chat.
Do you know what? You know what I enjoy doing? I think this is such a man like thing to like enjoy the conversations of would you rather, or like would you do this, or how much would it cost? Because I try to get into that conversation with my wife, and I'm like, would you rather sniff a fart from somebody who, she's like, just shut the fuck, like just what? Don't even say it again. I'm like, damn, this is actually pretty fun. I want to know, I want to get to know you more. Like, we've only been married for like 12 years. But you've heard the old conversation of, would you rather do the first 90% of a, or the last 90, or the last 10% of a, I think we've even brought that up on the show before.
The old BJ.
Yes. Would you rather give the first 90% or the last 10% is the question. Which is like, oh, no. Because you're having to mentally put yourself in a place where you wouldn't normally be. You're not comfortable. You're probably putting all your morals, everything, ethics to the side to answer this question. And then you think to yourself, well, I don't want to be there for the last 10%. And then you think to yourself, well, I don't want to be the person that has to give the gusto for the first 90. It's a conundrum, bros. It's a conundrum.
Honestly, I feel like the first 90 wouldn't be that long because I'm probably like, I haven't done it before, but I'm just amazingly good at everything that I do that I probably did. It'd probably only take a minute and a half.
Didn't expect it to go there.
No,
it wouldn't be that long. I'll take the 90.
I think your wife can't get mad about you doing the would you rathers, because I'm assuming her, like most women, she's like, would you still love me if I look like that? Would you still love me if I didn't have an arm? Would you still love me if I... So I feel like the would you rathers is the equivalent. Like, you should be able to ask those questions as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
We'll have to come up.
Would you still love me if every time that I nutted, it was the spray cheese, the bacon cheddar kind? Would you still love me if I did that?
Why do I feel like I've literally asked the same question?
Yes. Now, what cracker are you putting it on?
I think one time I asked, I was like, would you rather it be like the hot mustard from McDonald's, or like just like Hershey's chocolate?
See, I mean, ooh, I'm still going to go with sprayed cheese. I think that's just my answer. That's why I went with it because I'm going to
Well,
put
that's
it
the
on
same consistency that it already comes out for you, right? So
Tangy.
it's familiar.
much. For the viscosity is
Yeah.
very similar. Very
Mhm.
similar. Again, they call me white molasses. It's very thick.
That's the T-shirt.
That's right. The bacon cheddar spray cheese on a chicken and biscuit cracker. Oh my lord! I'm getting
That's-
dirty with it. That's
Wow, that's yeah.
you would never see me with both my hands ever.
I would like to make an announcement to our newest viewers to let them know this is not what it's normally like here. I do apologize for bringing this up.
I don't apologize for anything.
Me neither, honestly. I'm going to assume that the sales for bacon cheddar spray cheese is going to be significantly higher this month.
Yeah, and this is a good time to announce that a new friend of the show. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God,
It would have been pretty cool. But if you guys are listening, which you're not, well, no, what we'll do is we'll clip this and we'll specifically send it to every company that sells that kind of cracker and see who wants to play. Let's make a deal. Speaking of food, have you guys tried the new chicken nuggets from Taco Bell?
Are they any good?
I don't know. I haven't tried. I refuse. It's probably a weird, hill to battle on or die on or whatever the saying is, but I'm not going to Taco Bell to get chicken nuggets. And if any of the kids want chicken nuggets from Taco Bell, it'll be the last goddamn time I get on the app and order some Taco Bell. If they were to throw some in for free, if I ordered more than $20, would I entertain trying them? Yes. But from what I read from a couple of things online, that they're pretty good. They're okay. They're crispy, but apparently the dipping sauce is the real star. So I'm a little intrigued on the sauce.
I don't know why. Sometimes I occasionally get on fitness TikTok, and I'm like, you gonna catch me there? I don't understand. Like, hey, when you're lifting and you're doing these curls, and I'm like, can't relate. Don't know even what you're talking about. No, thank you. But they mentioned Taco Bell and those new chicken nuggets, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they were gonna have any. And it said something about they are targeted towards fitness people because it's a lot of protein on them. They said it's like an obnoxious amount of protein on them, or the grams of. Damn! See, I had it and I lost it again. But
I'm gonna pull up the Taco Bell app while you're searching for it, and it should say all of the like the whatever the calories and the protein and stuff on it, right?
I want to say they said it was like 700 grams of protein. Maybe that's wrong. But the video that I seen, it had they were like, "This is crazy!" Like, oh, and to circle back too. Now I look just crazy. There was one of those orbs apparently in the sky. This thing was massive. Look at this thing. This thing. That's not the moon. That was just some kind of big light.
That's
Forgot to show that earlier.
so limited time. We're on the app. We got the Taco Bell stuff, right? And you get the 5 crispy chicken nuggies, and then it has the sides. Just to throw it on there, you can get your standard nacho cheese. There's a spicy ranch, an avocado ranch, but they came out with a jalapeno honey mustard and a Hidden Valley Fire Ranch. So that's what they're kind of. And then there's a Bell sauce, dipping sauce, which
Why do they always got to sound so sexual? We've got a bell end sauce. I'm sorry, a bell end? Did you say? Jesus. By the way, when you said limited, it sounded like you were Italian. For a limited time.
Yeah. You guys don't think Italian when you think Taco Bell? Is it just me? What's this name your price? Have you ever seen this on the app?
No.
I don't know you can really see it. It's probably not enhanced, but right above on the app, I've never seen this before. It says name your price.
Well, I know what I'm pulling up.
And it says you're in control, name your price. You set the price, and we're going to show you new ways to crave. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this live, right? So I'm going to press let's go. Let's name our price. How much are we looking to spend? $15 by default. Should we go less or more?
For how many people?
I'm guessing just one.
You think
$15
is going to feed multiple people?
You want to do 25 as the max and just say, hey, for $25, let's try to feed our family?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, Tony, if you're watching from the Dune Network, here's your new idea. I'm going to spend $25 on my family at Taco Bell for dinner. And then, so it's here. And it has all this diagrams. It says, adjust your price, pull down to refresh, pin to lock, or quick add. I'm just going to press the X. So for $25 is what we put. It came out with black beans, cinnamon twists, soft tacos, gordita supreme, and a grande toasted breakfast burrito sausage, coming to $14.35.
I mean, like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
I feel like
then,
it's
so it's
better.
like, I wonder if I can get rid of them. I'm going to refresh. Okay, so I refresh. All right, for $22.95, you can get a double stack taco, gordita supreme, cheese quesadilla, a black bean grilled cheese burrito, and a steak quesadilla.
No, see, I don't
Yeah.
like that at all because you can do the cravings boxes or whatever for like $6.99, and you can get 3 of those items already. No, so I feel like that
But,
sucks.
but I
So
think what you
maybe
can do is then you can pick. So let me just try this. So we'll go bean burrito, and then it pins it. Yeah, I see. I'm with you. There's no value meals. It's individual things. I feel like they should
they're
they should
not.
be.
See, no, if they were incorporating some of the value meals and gave you a discount on top of that, yeah, I would be all over that. But if you're just going to individually price the items, yeah, it's going to be seeming like it's a discount, but not. No, you and I spend a lot of time on the app, know about the craving box, like just like
Mm-hmm.
anybody else, you know.
Yep.
Um, I did send you the TikTok too of the guy. So I was vastly off, by the way. So the people who are laughing about like this guy clearly doesn't know anything about anything. You're correct. Okay, so the protein was 72 grams, not 700, but it was under 700 calories.
Yeah,
Was
330 calories. The app said for 5 chicken nuggets. I don't know if that's good.
yeah,
Uh,
but with
let's
72 grams of protein, this guy shows 670 calories. So maybe it's a different variant of
So in
the
comparison, the McDonald's chicken nuggets, a 4-piece, is 193 calories. So I feel like the Taco Bell ones are a little bit more. So let's ask the internets how many calories or how many grams of protein should we have a day? This is an educational show.
yeah.
So apparently, the Board of Institute of Medicine at the American College of Sports Medicine recommended 1.2 to 1.7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. We're pounds. This is America.
That's a lot of math.
Yeah.
This is turning. This is not a math
56
show.
grams a day for men, 46 grams for women is what they recommend per day of protein. But then this other one, this is how the internet's so awesome because then this next one says 69 to 102 grams. I don't know. Let's aim for 60 grams.
I'm probably doing a lot more than that. Just from you know, I don't know. I like
No, it's
beef
not how
jerky,
much
too.
are you smoking of grams a day. We're talking food and proteins.
Oh, it's a lot of grams. 28 grams in an ounce. I do know that. I do know that.
I wonder how many you if there was maybe this is a weird segment that you could probably polish a little bit better, but if it was on 420 or a weird stoner segment where you could enjoy your grams that way and then only eat food when you had the munchies that had grams in it. Graham crackers. Isn't there a cereal that has grams in it? There's got to be a bunch of stuff out there.
Toasted grams or whatever they're called, or
Kellogg's grams, isn't?
yes, I know what
Why
you're
do we
talking
always
about.
talk about food? I'm so hungry right now. God damn it. Like, I have no cereal upstairs and like a gallon of milk, and I'm like, I gotta go to the store now.
Or I mean, you're in a fancy place. You could just have it delivered.
Amazon actually has a drone that will deliver the milk in the bowl already and won't even spill it out. So the milk.
Well,
Oh,
we might
yeah.
as well do this. You've been sent over something that was a fun little game that has to do with food, and I was waiting for the entire episode for Brandon or somebody to go, man, I'm hungry. Why are we talking about food? So I could share it and make them even hungrier. So let's pull up what I thought I had prepared, which apparently is out
While,
there somewhere. And it's
while you're
oh,
loading
I
it
did
up.
it.
Oh, okay. Boom.
So for anybody that is just listening, there is an image. You have to spend $10 and get your ultimate candy and or chocolate. There's different tiers. There's a $5 tier. There's M&M's, Reese's, Snickers, Skittles, Starburst, $4, Kit Kat, Milky Way, Lifesavers, Twix, peanut M&Ms, which apparently are lower in this person's thing. We did not come up with this. We found it on the internet. $3. What is that? A Reese's Take 5, an Almond Joy. What are those? The Lunds chocolates. next to the Reese's Pieces here in the $3.
What is that?
Lindor.
Those are Lindor. Those are the
Lindor chocolates. Sorry.
Boo
Reese's
boo.
Pieces Airhead, which I think it can be any Airhead. Then $2 Mr. Goodbar, Three Musketeer, the Trolley Sour Bite Crawlers, Rolos, or York Peppermint Patties, and the number for $1 Andes Candies. I don't know if that's really what it's called, but it's fun to say. You get a Warhead Extreme Sour, a Jolly Rancher, a Hershey's Kiss, or
Bro.
a Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Is that what that is?
One question, and then I'm ready.
Okay.
This is the easiest decision I ever made in my life.
Wow.
2 Reese's. No, I'm kidding. Do you get one Hershey's Kiss, or do you get like a 10, 12, a bag? Like, what do you? I mean, I assume it's the same equal serving size as the other candies, right? Like the Jolly Rancher. You're not getting a single Jolly Rancher, right?
Yuban, your game, your rules.
I also had a separate question because the same thing falls in for the Warheads and the Jolly Ranchers. So I would say, don't they each have like the little individual, like, so you whenever you go to the gas station, they each have a bag that you can get that has like a set amount of ounces. Like, I don't know how many ounces it is or anything, but
Yeah, you wouldn't pay $1 for one.
right.
You know what I mean, you probably
but-
pay like a nickel. So let's go with 20. Let's just go with, hey, they're 20 cents. They're
Yeah.
5 cents a piece. Let's go with 20 of each. So 20 Hershey Kisses, 20 Jolly Ranchers, and 20.
I want you to know, if I lived in a world where Lindor chocolates were $3 a bag, I'd be taking that every day.
Right.
So here's where I would go. I would go Hershey's. Go ahead.
Oh, hold
I
up.
was going to say too, is there a set number of candy that we have to choose from, or is there, you know what I mean? Like I was
Can
going
you
to
do duplicates?
Yeah. So like,
Oh.
so say one person just goes, well, I want all Warheads. You know what I mean? Can they get
How
10
about let's
$1
make it
options?
interesting. You can only use it once.
Because you
Okay,
have to
but-
add up to 10. Yeah.
But you still have to get up to $10.
Yep.
But so you don't have to get only one from the $1 item. You can get several from the $1 items if you wanted.
You could get 5.
Okay, that seems okay. Okay, all right. Continue.
Does that change the game a little, Brandon?
Okay. What was the last thing that was said?
So you can only use any row, anything, but you can only use it one time. So you couldn't say 2 Reese's peanut butter cups. Easy, $10.
But you can use 2 things from a single row.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So I would go Andes cookies and cream. It's $2.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Gerd bar. That's $4.
Yep.
Lindor chocolate. That's $7. And this is where I'm because like I just want the most candy I can get, and I didn't get the high end stuff there, as you can see. So I then would go. I would either go Rolo and then Hershey's Kisses, or I would just go, give me a Reese's Take 5, and then call it good.
Okay. That's pretty. What we should have did is we should have went round by round, and as we used them, it was eliminated. That would have made things a little interesting.
Cut out what he just did and started again.
It's like no. So let's just go with what you would. You know what I mean? Like what would you go with?
So I mean, I like the respect of the cookies and cream bar. I think I'm gonna hold on. So I don't really. My thing is, so if I would not waste $5 on a Reese's when I can get Reese's Pieces for $3. Okay, because not only is Reese's Pieces going to last a little bit longer because I can just munch on them. The duration of them going to last a lot longer. But like the peanut butter cups, it's one cup, one bite. Then it's gone. So so if I had a Reese's option, I'm going to go Reese's Pieces. Spend $3 there. Mr. Good Bar is top tier.
Oh God, yeah.
That's a good
Love
buy.
it. So I'm already $5 in on that. Give me 2 cookies and cream. There's 7. So I got another.
You can only use
3.
one. Remember?
Oh, never mind. That's right.
So you're at
So
6.
I'm at 6 on that one, and then give me the gummies, the trolley gummies. Give me those.
Okay.
That's 8, and then another $2. Rolos for the exact same thing. You get a lot of them. So, yep, going with those.
I like it. See, I'm throwing Rolos in there as well. I'm going Reese's Pieces. That's 5. I love those Hershey's white chocolate ones. They're the cookies and cream. So what's that? I'm at 6. So I got 4 to spend. I'm going Mr. Good Bar. Man, me and Yuban are pretty similar because we're cheap. This is how we shop at the old Taco Bell. So what's that? What am I at? 8? I lost track. 1, 3, 5, 8. So I got $2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go $2, $2. I'm gonna go Jolly Ranchers and Warheads.
Nice.
We got a
So
good little variety. Sometimes you want a little sour. Sometimes you want a little bit of some chocolate.
That's why I tell her I mix it up. I don't drink pineapple juice all the time. Sometimes it's got to be chicken nuggets and pizza, and,
no, those
It's funny how our brains instantly was like, how much for how little, and none of us were just like Snickers, Skittles. I mean, those are the OG. You know what I mean? It wasn't. None of us went $5. None of us went 4. I do like Brandon's reasoning with the 3. It was really hard for me not to pick that, but my brain went, I can get I can get so much more with the dollar stuff.
So I think that for me personally, I can't speak for you guys because you guys have lived in different places that were much smaller than mine. But I lived in a place in Omaha where every Saturday we went to Mike's corner store, and it was candy and it was soda and it was literally cigarettes and everything else. But he just didn't do gas. It was just it was just a corner store in the middle of a neighborhood. And we would go in there, and it had those little sugary Tootsie Pops that you like, the fruity kinds that you enjoy. They're not Tootsie Pops, they're the fruity ones.
Yeah.
You could get those for $0.01 a piece or 2 for $0.01 or something like that. And so, like, we would go in there with $5 and walk out with 2 sodas, like 4 Hostess cakes, 3 or 4 candy bars, and then a shit ton of little small candy. It was enough candy to last you all day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a great memory for me. And like being able to go in there and like that more than anything in my life taught me financial freedom and, truly taught me the value of a dollar and how to spend it. Didn't teach me how to save it. But so when it comes to stuff like this, oh man, I'm still that same. I'll go to the store and I'll be like, I want to get chili dogs. We're making chili dogs. Okay. Do I really need Oscar Mayer? I can go Bar S. Do I really need the brand store or the brand of the high-end buns, mustard, chili? No, I don't. And so I could walk out of there for about $10 to $12 and be good, whereas it would be a lot better if I spent 20.
See, my even my Walmart has like a towards where their back room entrance is, there's like a a daily deal thing, or like they'll have their breads and their cookies and everything, donuts and everything, the stuff that's getting ready to expire within the next 48 hours, they'll have on this shelf like, hey, this is reduced, like we need to get rid of it type of thing. So if excuse me, if I'm making chili dogs or anything like that, I'm like, hey, I need some hot dog buns. I'm going there because I'm like, oh, these expire in 2 days. It's only 50 cents. Don't mind if I do. Do the thorough check. Make sure
Do
there's
you
no
buy your
penicillin
cheese
growth.
there too? Is that why your cheese is molding quicker?
No.
Okay. No,
See, I get my cheese. I even look at the most. I'm like looking at the date and I'm like, this says it's going to expire in 2 years. All right, perfect. And I do see that on the back of the cheese, it does say, hey, within the open date, it's a week, but you're supposed to throw it away.
I have a question for you, but I want to start by saying this. There is a store in town, a grocery store, who is just a family mom pop shop, who has an aisle that is just items that you have no idea who manufactures them, where they come from. It's all the stuff that you would buy. It's potato chips and canned foods and macaroni and cheese and peanut butter and everything else you'd find everywhere else. But it's for like 50 cents or $1. And you're like, we don't know what's in this can of chili. Could be dog, could be, we don't know, but good luck. And you're paying 50 cents for it, so you're going to buy it. Like, only thing I'd buy in those aisles are potato chips. Like, I wouldn't buy anything else. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Second thing I wanted to ask, the second thing I wanted to say, thing I wanted to ask was, is there an item, say we're getting chili dogs, okay? You can add whatever you want to do. If you like tomatoes and onions, include that in your list of shopping items that you need. Is there a single or 2 items from that list that you're going to need for chili dogs that you refuse to buy the poor end stuff, that you have to buy high end, good name brand stuff? I have an answer if you want to hear mine, or I can wait.
I was gonna say, for me, no, I don't. I mean, there's not a lot of things that I have to buy name brand. For me personally, mayonnaise, which I'm not putting in chili. You know what I mean? And no, there's nothing I don't think. And I'm a store brand typically, depending where I'm at, bread anyways. I go over the cheap. I'm not spending $4 for a loaf of bread when I can get that one for $1.25. Kids are going to throw some peanut butter, maybe some jelly on it, chew it up, shit it out. We don't need the extra $3 on it. So for me, no. I think I could get by with the cheap stuff for a chili dog.
Can
Mr.
you guys still
Yuban.
see me? It says it's trying to reconnect, so I just wanted to make sure that I was still here.
Are you there, Yuban?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
I think you're back. Maybe
Hello? No?
we can hear you. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're good.
Okay. So
Looks like
He's gone. Okay.
So what I had in mind, I'm sure he'll jump back in.
Yep.
A couple of things. For me, I generally agree with you when you said mayonnaise. Condiments, they have to be name brand.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, specifically salad dressing, mayonnaise, and ketchup have to be name brand. You can't get that. But when it comes to mustard, I'll take a store brand mustard. It's yellow mustard within reason,
Mm-hmm.
So yellow mustard's one I won't have to really worry about. But for me, hot dog, and what I mean by that is I will eat the low end hot dogs, but I'm not buying the $8 a pack high end hot dogs. But I like something in the middle. I want a Ballpark or a Oscar Mayer, Nathan's. I want one of those. They don't have to be the all beef. I do enjoy beef hot dogs, by the way. They're the best, by the way.
Hell yeah.
But if I can get one that is $2.50 a pack or something like that that's not Bar S, I'll get it. The other thing, the big one for me, a cheese. It has to be American cheese Kraft. It can't be store brand cheese. Like store brand cheese isn't gross, but it's just not Kraft.
Yeah. And I think for me, the reason why I'm saying I can go name brand for all of them is because it's going to be a big mixture of things. If I was just doing a cheese dog where you really need the good cheese and you really need the good dog that's going to snap, but when you're adding the chili, you're adding the cheese, you're adding there's so many other layers. I'm not a huge foodie, so like I don't think I'm going to notice, oh, that was a little bit of a cheaper cheese on this chili dog when it's all blended together, If that makes sense.
Yep.
So I don't know what happened. It said it was reconnecting, and I kept looking at it, and you guys were like, "We can hear you." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because I'm like, it keeps on saying reconnecting. Then bada bing, it kicked me right the phone. But yeah,
it's like you will not tell us about you singing the song "Chili Dogs" or whatever at the Taste Freeze.
Sucking on chili dogs. I'm okay with Bar S, so I don't mind skipping on it. Now, do I prefer like an Oscar Mayer bun length one? Yeah, for sure. But if I'm going cheap, and if there's an option where I'm like, I refuse to go cheap on, I would say it's probably the cheese. If it's the shredded cheese, absolutely, I will get Kraft or not the great value, not the store kind. But if I'm really slumming it and I don't even need the shredded cheese, right next to that cheap chili, there is a cheap can of that nacho cheese that you can put right on it, baby. Oh, 75 cents.
I thought you were going to say spray cheese, and it was all going to circle back to the spray cheese.
That's expensive.
Spray cheese on a hot dog, though.
Criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
criminal.
There's no way. That's $3.50 just for the. You can get the buns.
Oh yeah.
But now, would I probably eat it though? Yeah, but like if you're trying to go the cheap possible, yeah. I mean, I would put spray cheese on. I'm trying to think of what I wouldn't put it on. You know what I mean? Like
cereal.
I want you boys to think about trying this because I've tried it and I thought it was so stupidly good, like it shouldn't have been. And that was the UHF hot dog. You take a Twinkie, now you cut it in half lengthwise, you put a hot dog in there, and then spray cheese on top. The one thing I found was you had to cut the hot dog in half to like make it really fit in there. So just cut the hot dog length in half, but it was like dumb good. Like
how many people would be turned on watching you put a hot dog in a Twinkie?
Yeah, could you? Why don't you make that
taken out of context for sure?
Play some Marvin Gaye or something like that, and just slowly put that hot dog in there. And now the only thing is though, whenever you were describing that made me nauseous.
I had an uncle who used to come into my bedroom. I'm kidding. Who used to?
Where else did it come?
The sun doesn't shine. he would be barbecuing outside. We go over to his house, he'd be barbecuing outside, and inevitably hot dogs and hamburgers, because that's what Americans make when you're going to a cookout with children.
America.
But when he did his hot dogs, dude, he wouldn't just grill them. He would take like olive oil or butter or some kind of seed oil that people like, you shouldn't be eating seed oil, whatever. And he would add a bunch of garlic and onion powder to it. And he would take a brush, and as they were cooking, he would brush that buttery garlic sauce on the hot dogs on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it took those things to the next level. I've never even thought of something like that.
I've doing that. I've been doing that for a while. My uncle does stuff like that too. It could be a barbecue sauce mix or random stuff that he might marinate this with or that with, and he does a little side thing. We've always done the cook in butter and then seasonings and stuff, and we do that with eggs too. You gotta have eggs with butter when you're cooking it. I mean, a little bit of butter on the cast iron. Cook the eggs, put some seasoning. I like, my personal is some kind of garlic powder, a little bit of some cayenne, a little bit of some crushed red, S&P, baby. Hell of an egg.
God, I'm hungry.
Hell of an egg.
People don't realize how spicy cayenne is. Yeah, I'm hungry.
All right, I looked at the clock. We're hungry. We really ramped it up, and I hope you guys enjoyed day 2 of Hanukkah. And again, hopefully you guys had a good Christmas. So that's all we got. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.